forget ESPN. Come chill with Max and Ben. Don't be a barstool bro. There's a much better place to go. It's a Pretty Sports Show.
Ben, we're fucking back. Pretty Little Sports Show.
Better than ever.
We're back and better than ever. I'm Max Geyser. It is a Friday afternoon. It is sunny all across the United States because Pretty Little Sports Show is shining back into your earbuds or back onto your computer screens. Isn't that right, Ben?
That's right. I moved into a new place, and as you can tell, I've moved from one white background wall to another. So,
yeah, I'm staying the same on that too. Ben.
Pretty cool.
Ben, I'm having a hard time because, listen to this. In my neighborhood, the movie Corduroy is filming.
What is Corduroy?
Corduroy is the bear that wears the corduroy overalls. I think he wanders around. Maybe he goes into like the toy store. He like escapes the toy store. He's like a corduroy bear.
Never heard of that before.
Did your parents read to you as a child?
I read bear books, but it was like the Bernstein. It was the Bernstein Bears.
Okay. Well, it was a famous children's book. So I'm out there wandering these streets trying to find that bear.
Really?
They got to have a bear to play corduroy, so I'm looking for the bear. Where's the bear? Now, I did go to the IMDb.
Did you see a guy in a green suit with all these dots on him? Because that may have been.
Why would that? Wait, that's a person.
I don't want to ruin that for you, man.
Wait, what are you talking about? I thought it would be a bear in a corduroy.
I don't want to be that guy to ruin it for you.
I don't understand.
I don't want to be that guy.
Well, I will say.
I'm not going to tell you that, like, the things about Santa or the Tooth Fairy. I'm not going to.
What?
Oh, Max, you need to talk to your mom.
I will tell you, Ben. I will tell you, and people are probably like, well, there's probably celebrities in this movie, right? I bet they're on the street. One, if there were, I don't give a shit. I want to see a bear in corduroy named Corduroy. Well, here's the deal. I looked up on IMDb. None of the actors have pictures.
So they're going with fresh faces. They're going with new faces. So I think that's great.
So the only person to look for is not even a person. It's a bear in corduroy.
Wow, I love that.
So do you have any movie?
He's going to be huge.
Do you have any bears on the on the lookout near your place
in Denver?
No,
there
were probably real bears in Denver. There must be
I was just going to say maybe an hour.
Grizzlies, black bears, brown bears.
Not in Denver, but like an hour west in the mountains. Yeah, probably.
Well, you're surrounded by mountains in Denver, right? That's the whole thing.
Surrounded on one side. They're west of us. We're in the.
And then what's on the other side?
Plains. It's like east of Denver is basically like what Kansas or Nebraska is like. It's just plains. It's flatness.
What are they called?
They're called plains.
No, do the plains have a name?
No.
Oh, I thought it was
Do any plains have a name? No, I don't know.
The Serengeti Plains?
Oh, I guess so.
a lot of plains have names. This isn't a weird question.
They're just the plains.
Do people live on the plains, or is it like barren?
There's
plains?
There's weirdos that live out there.
No, okay. I don't know. Once again,
there's small towns and shit out there.
Okay,
our airport's 45 minutes east.
I'm a coastal elitist. I'm just trying to figure out how you people live in these places without beaches, looking at oceans. I know you have your weird like lake beaches and shit, but like
we do. Those are weird too.
What do you do without the Jersey Shore? I just don't understand. All right, we got to get into some fucking Pretty Little Sports. Am I right? Am I right?
I want to do it.
All right, we have breaking news, don't we, Ben?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Ben, I want you to get excited. Am I being too energetic?
Yeah.
Am I throwing you off?
You need to tone it down. It's not like we're doing a comedy show or anything like
that. So. I'm sorry. I feel a little delayed. I've had a hard week. I'm just so excited. TGIF, Ben, and we have. So this tweet came out literally 2 hours and 1 minute ago to 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This tweet came out at 4:44 p.m. and it is from none other than former Green Party candidate Ralph Nader. The cash-loaded New York Yankees should replace their general manager, Brain Cashman. That is how he spelled it, but he's obviously referring to Brian Cashman.
Oh, he's being a little catty there. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
I think he's being catty. It's not a typo. Oh, Brain Cashman. And their
I think
manager.
he was doing this with his shoulders while he was.
Oh, he's doing a little shimmy.
Yeah.
Brain. And their manager, Aaron Boone, for years, Cashman, he should have said Trashman. Cashman has made so many mistakes with his failed acquisitions costing billions, and he puts the and surrounded by 2 commas. He's serious.
Yeah.
And until recently, selling off farm team talent as to Dill, a large book. Really good usage of the word Dill.
He's always been a wordsmith.
A
That's for
wordsmith.
sure. Yeah.
I liked when he was on the Ali G show and he just like wasn't buying it. He just like told him to like go
he
fuck
sniffed
himself.
that-
He was
he
just like
sniffed it out so
fuck you.
fast.
Like instantly he was just like fuck you.
Yeah. Keep going because there's 2 more tweets, isn't there?
Well, I thought we were gonna start there and then we were gonna
Oh,
we were
okay.
gonna get that. We're gonna start there. All right, can we start there?
Yeah.
I think we should
I
really
give you
break.
permission.
We should really break this down.
Okay,
by
first of
piece.
all, I just love that Ralph Nader is so interested in sports and it's seemingly like very out of the blue. I actually follow Ralph Nader on my burner account on Twitter just to see his goings on. And I haven't really seen much of this from him in the past. And all of a sudden he's just sort of breaking out as this big Yankees fan.
Where does Ralph Nader live?
That's what I was wondering. I guess New York.
You know what? I bet his other favorite teams are the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Wouldn't that be ironic coming from like a
For
third party
Nader?
candidate that he loves all the most popular teams?
Yeah, shouldn't his favorite teams be like the Texas Rangers and like the Seattle Mariners?
He is tri-state. He lives in Connecticut.
Oh, well, at least he's not like a fucking like Boston Red Sox fan. So good for him.
It must be South Connecticut. There's a divide halfway through.
Yeah, there's a divide. Do you think he thinks Connecticut has the best pizza? Probably.
I think Connecticut has the best pizza.
I know there's many people that think that. That's,
Let me ask you this: is Jersey always gets left out of the conversation, but like tri-state area pizza is good everywhere. Is Jersey pizza better or the same or worse as New York pizza?
I think New York and I mean I've had the best pizza that I've ever had probably in New Jersey.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow. Care to name drop the restaurant?
Del Ponte's. It is in Belmar. It's down the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Italian style brick oven pizza. It is amazing.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
No
what
shade.
What were we
to
talking about again?
No. We were talking about Ralph Nader. Came out of nowhere. And this is really funny because the Yankees have just won 7 games in a row. They're the hottest team in baseball. Why didn't he say this when the Yankees were doing terribly? And also, Brian Cashman just made 2 really good trades. Now, I agree that Aaron Boone should still be fired. He sucks.
Yeah. I was just wondering, like, did he have this as a draft a couple of weeks ago and then forgot to send it, and then today he was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that."
No, he had it on like tweet deck for July 20th.
Yeah,
and then he got for July 20th, but he set it for August 20th by mistake.
Yeah, the Yankees literally like one of the hottest teams in baseball right now.
I gotta say, I'm looking up Dill on like Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, you're just seeing a lot of pickles, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to find Dill. An adjective, mustard and heaps of fresh dill. Is it a typo?
Is it like a play on shill or something? Like,
maybe is this another typo like brain?
Or he's like doing a play on words somehow.
Well, this person, you can leave comments. They said an expression I heard to cheat on the dill. What does that mean? Ralph Nader.
Oh,
What
okay.
is...
So here's one on
No, I need to
urbandictionary.com. It says someone who consistently performs unbelievable acts of stupidity.
Oh, I like that. Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Urban Dictionary. Wow, Ralph Nader with the slang. Oh, Ralph Nader's out on these streets.
He is
Ralph
very
Nader.
he is very attuned to these.
Ralph
Like
Nader's hip.
he's got these obscure slams.
Ralph Nader. Ralph Nader pulled no punches, calling him
No.
Brain Cashman. If you're on the audio version, I'm doing air quotes. You can hear
Yeah.
me say it, you know. Yeah, so I mean, like, Brian Cashman, you know, it's like, I don't know, baseball, it's like hard to tell. It's like some of these acquisitions do seem really smart, but like the Yankees have this like huge thing and like they're not even making it to the World Series. I do think maybe it is time to give somebody a shot. Yeah, Aaron Boone, he's not the guy. There's definitely better managers out there. He's got to go. I agree with him on this one. The timing of this tweet, though, is
That's just what's
so
weird
hilarious.
Because like
And
we could go on all day talking about how good the Yankees are, this and that, and going into an analysis of it. That's not what we do. But like the timing of this tweet from this obscure political figure is just really bizarre. It's just so out of the blue. Like, could you imagine if like one day Bernie Sanders just started angrily tweeting about some like minor league baseball team in Vermont or something? Or...
the last time he did was when he was trying to save the Vermont lake monsters.
That's
for
true.
Like for which, by the way, I went to see them. It was awesome, but yeah, I
Of
mean,
course,
like
I love
the
minor league
stadium,
baseball.
the stadium was totally dilapidated, needed to be run over, but that was part of the charm of it.
Yeah,
But it employed like 1 million high school students. But we're not going to get into that because we have
right.
to
Well, and
focus
of
on Ralph Nader. But of course,
right.
Bernie's
But
like,
it is
we
it
have
is
to
just
save
funny.
the 1% of high school students who are being employed by the minor league baseball teams. We have to save them, the Lake Monsters.
Well, that's
I
the
love
thing.
the
Is
Lake
like when
Monsters.
Bernie was doing it. When Bernie was doing it, as like an issue-oriented thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was like ranting about some
No, he was like
professional sports team.
No, he was like, we have to save Champ. He's the Lake Champlain Lake Monster. We have to save him.
Right. Yeah.
No, but like, okay, all right, Ben, I know you follow Ralph Nader on Twitter.
I do.
But I
That's a known
cannot
fact.
remember
I do follow
the last
most
time.
politicians, but
I
yeah.
cannot remember the last time I heard a peep from fucking Ralph Nader. Like I was like, when was the last time I even saw Ralph Nader like trending or even commenting on a fucking political issue, like even being brought in as like a pundit? Like I've seen other people from the Green Party.
It's usually he usually just tweets, and he's like he's like a much sassier, like angrier Bernie Sanders, where he'll essentially be saying the same things over and over again about income inequality, but he'll be doing it in a much sassier way with his sick burns, apparently.
Dill. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Dill too.
All right, let's get to the next tweet. Okay. Aaron Boone keeps mismanaging his pitchers and not explaining staggering injuries to players. Ooh, he's blaming Aaron Boone. Okay, sorry. Feeds suspicions of cover-ups. Fewer managers would have taken out a no-hitting pitcher, Erman, in the 8th inning, leading 4-0 because he gave up a double. Wait, so this is very interesting. All right, should I read this again?
Yeah, do that again.
Hold on. This is
bizarre.
a very all right.
That's a big accusation.
This is he really contradicts himself here too. So listeners, we have to hear this again, don't we? Yes, Max, we agree. The listeners.
Oh my god, is that what our listeners sound like?
Yes, Max. Yes,
they sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I like to think of our listeners to make myself comfortable.
They're cozied up in a fire in a tree.
I don't like to think of them in their underwear because that's perverse and inappropriate. So I like to think of them as like fairy tale creatures. Aaron Boone keeps managing his pitchers and not explaining staggering injuries to players. Feeds suspicions of cover-ups. Few managers would have taken out a no-hitting pitcher, Erman, in the 8th inning, leading 4-0 because he gave up a double. So I think we should focus on the first half of the tweet, which is Aaron Boone keeps mismanaging his pitchers and not explaining staggering injuries to players. Keeps feed suspicion of cover-ups.
Yeah, okay. So
What?
the first two things, like, yeah, okay, it's the cover-ups thing that really is like
What?
bringing up big question marks. So what exactly is he alluding to? Do you even know, Max? Like, as a
I
hardcore
have
Yankees
no
fan,
idea.
like, because what, like, but he's feeding the suspicion, so that means he's saying that there's already suspicions out there,
That Aaron Buddhist, he's
and
covering up.
but he's feeding those suspicions while also covering them up.
I don't
I-
get what like they announce every time what the injuries are, and they give timetables, and then the players either come back or they don't. I mean, they don't. What do you mean they don't explain the staggering injuries to players? I mean, sometimes they don't immediately explain, but you can't always immediately explain what the injury is to a player because you don't know. Injuries sometimes happen, and it takes a while for them to reveal like what happened because you need to go through
do you
testing.
think Do you think Ralph has a cork board up in his office at his house that's got like all these strings
Yeah, it
attached to
seems
different
like
photos, and there's one on Judge, and underneath it says "hurt or not."
yeah. Look, like Aaron Boone is really annoying at press conferences. He's always like a pitcher will have pitch absolute garbage, and he's like, yeah, I think he threw some really good pitches today, or
Yeah.
like he's like, so he'll be injured, and he'll be like, yeah, they're injured, but I think they're really healthy. Like he's always like fucking like,
Clint
cover ups. Like,
Frazier was really good at one point,
yeah,
and now
what are you
he's
talking
not.
about? Like,
Interesting.
this is a really funny one. And then few managers would have taken out a no-hitting pitcher Ermand in the 8th inning, leading 4-0 because he gave up a double. Yeah, I remember that game. It was really stupid. He shouldn't have taken Ermand out. They lost the game.
He's right on that one. Yeah.
Because of that. All right, that was like over a month ago or something.
And dude, I'm still wondering, like, is he like, does he have all these tapes of Yankees games that he's missed, and he's just catching up like it's a Netflix series?
Dude, I'm telling you,
because I don't want to spoil any endings for him, but the series gets better. It gets better.
That I think that was before the All-Star break. I'm telling you, he put this in TweetDeck for July 20th.
I swear to God, he's got a stack of VHS
it to August
tapes.
20th by mistake. It's August 20th today. It had to have been a mistake.
It had to have. It's either that or he's like catching up on all the games because he records them all.
Yeah, and then if he thinks he's putting people in position for injury, then wouldn't Boone have done the right thing to take him out at the time to prevent injury, especially since Ermand didn't pitch last year? So then you wouldn't want to give him too many innings, Nader.
Right. Maybe this is just one of those things, Max, where he just feels like he's got to get it all out. He's got to get it off his chest. He's got to vent, and he doesn't want to hear any responses back. I just need to get this off my chest of all these things I've been feeling over the last few months.
Don't get me wrong. I want Ralph Nader to keep tweeting, please. Please keep getting it.
Especially about the Yankees. If he just eventually became a Yankees commentator instead
I want him to tweet about all sports all the time. Just sports, please. And if he would, Ralph, if you want to join us on the podcast,
tweet about John McIntosh.
Well, right? we need to respond to him and ask him to please come on the podcast.
That Ralph, would be it, man. He's up there with Nick Turturro as a have to get.
We need to have Nick Turturro and Ralph Nader on the podcast together.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Nick Turturro is like, Ralph, socialism would never fucking work in this country.
And then Ralph would call him a Dill.
Yeah.
And Nick Turturro would be like, what the fuck is a fucking Dill?
What's a fucking Dill? I ate a fried bologna fucking sandwich.
Oh. Well, let's hope it continues so we can do a segment every week.
I just really want to thank Ralph Nader for that and everything. I just think that's really funny.
You want to thank Ralph Nader for everything?
No, not for everything. Not for everything. I want to thank him for allowing me to be. We had to do presidential like we had to pick a candidate in the 5th grade to do like a presentation on,
Oh, really?
and
You chose Ralph?
everyone did either Bush or Gore, so we thought it would be funny in my family if I did Nader.
That's cute. That's
Yeah, so funny.
cute.
So everyone was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "It's Nader. Come on." Yeah, I think I was always me. I think
Yeah.
I think you know who you
Yeah.
are at a very you know when you're a pretty little
Yeah.
sports person. Ben, you have to change your name on here. On the video version, it says that we're
It
both
says
Pretty
Pretty
Little
Little
Max.
Max. All right.
I should have left it that way. I like it.
All right.
I like it.
I got to figure out how to change it. I
Yeah,
forgot.
on the left-hand side where it says your
Oh,
name.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
And while you do that, we're going to get into the slideshow portion of our show where we get into the biggest headlines of the last week, not just the breaking news. And baby, are we going to break it down? Get excited, people. Get excited. Let's see
I'm
what we have
excited.
in store. Oh, we're going to talk about the Field of Dreams game, everybody. We know it was a while ago, but
That's where we left
trust
off
me,
last week.
we have amazing things to talk about. We know it was a week ago, but it's worth to hear about from
So
us.
as
Trust
we
me.
were logging off last week at the end of our episode,
The
we
game was
missed
starting.
this open that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, here's the headline. Ben, do you want to read the headline?
Kevin Costner makes epic entrance through the cornfield at MLB Field of Dreams game. Quote unquote, is this heaven?
Yo, whenever they say that, I just think of the Bo Burnham line. No, it's a
Is
white.
this heaven?
No, it's a white woman's Instagram. That's what I think now. I don't think of the fucking the Field of
No.
Dreams shit.
No. Yeah, and then we had to hear Joe Buck say, "Is this heaven?" about 15 times.
Oh
during the
my god!
broadcast
So do you
as
agree that Joe
well.
Buck sucks now? Like,
Yeah,
do you
well, remember
agree?
I texted you during that, and I was like, you know how like just an hour ago when we were broadcasting, I had said that I don't hate Joe Buck, and I was like, I hate him now.
Yeah,
He has somehow forced every quote, big or small, from this movie into this game, and it's driving me fucking nuts.
And it was like the double whammy of him and John Smoltz,
Yeah.
like, which is it's as
Well,
bad
and
as
Yankees fans are a little biased towards John Smoltz.
well,
but-
because he's biased. He's biased towards us, and that's why we hate him, because he hates
Right.
us.
Right.
That's why it sucks.
Because he kept losing to the evil empire.
Yeah, and he can't get over it. It's been which I think is fair that he can't get over it, like, as a competitor, but he just shouldn't be on broadcasts that we play.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And he was dressed like a newsie. Like, what was the attire of these guys? And then Ken Rosenthal wasn't dressed up. And then
I didn't see how they were dressed. Is there a photo of that
the
somewhere?
Fox guys were just like loosely old-fashioned dressed.
So they had like overalls and the paperboy hat or whatever, the newspaper boy hat.
He was dressed like a newsie. Everybody was like loosely kind of 50s or 40s dress. Ken Rosenthal just wore like the bow tie like normal. Ken Costner just wore like a button-down shirt and sunglasses. Like, there was no real dress code. I don't I just don't know what was going on. The backstop looked like a pirate ship. The batter's eye was a barn. That was cool. The barn was cool.
Look, I'm not gonna shit too much on like the actual the field that they made was pretty awesome.
The field was awesome. The
and
batter's
that corn was
the
cool.
Corn, and they rigged like a storm had come in and like knocked over the corn. So these guys came in and used fiberglass rods to make all of the corn stand up to look beautiful.
Saw that. That's crazy.
Dude, and
That's
like
crazy.
the scoreboard where they used ladders to put up all of the numbers, like the hits and all that shit, is fucking awesome. So
I love
the
that.
field looked cool, but like the Geico advertisement, it looked like the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean ride branding. Like, what were they thinking? And it was
I like it's funny because it's kind of the way we talked about the movie last week, which is conceptually speaking, it's really awesome, and it like gives this like really old school feel of baseball of like from a different era, which is like the fun part of that movie, and it's the fun part of that game. But then you have like these weird moments that we're about to watch, and like Joe Buck inserting all those like quotes from the
Yeah.
movie, which like are already cheesy enough as it is. But then you have this other cheesiness that was from the
Am I on a
opening.
pirate ship? No,
So
but I
what's that,
will.
Max? Describe a little bit for our listeners who haven't seen it, like what it looks like when Kevin Costner. So it starts with an empty field.
It's
Starts
an
with an
empty
empty
field.
field, and then Kevin Costner, he goes,
He comes out of the
peeks his
corn,
way out of the corner. And he's, huh?
and it's silent, and
Huh?
the music is playing. The crowd of people who have played up to $4,000 are sitting silently in awe.
You can hear the voices of the ghosts in the corn.
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe.
Kevin Costner is just holding he's holding a baseball in his hands, and he's looking around like he doesn't know where he is. Like
And
maybe
apparently
he's
TMZ didn't report it, but Kevin Costner must have died because those stocks are the afterlife. So he's coming from
back from the afterlife.
He found some players, but he comes out and he looks confused. Like I don't understand why he's so confused when he comes out. He's looking around. He's like, "What is this? What is?"
It's
this?
as if
it's like
Grandpa.
You've been in the movie. You should know what it is.
Maybe Grandpa wandered off after dinner a little bit. Maybe Grandpa went for a walk, and we need to go find Grandpa.
He did look really lost at a certain point.
Grandpa looked lost. That's okay.
At a certain point, I did
Grandpa.
wonder if he was looking around for a producer to tell him where.
Yeah, somebody go. He's like, guys, all I have is this baseball. What do you expect? I was like, is he gonna throw out? There was no first pitch. Okay,
am I supposed to just stand here at shortstop? What am I?
Okay. Why didn't Kevin Costner throw out the first pitch to the guy that played his fucking dad? Seems pretty easy to me. The guy just stands there, throw a ball. What? They can't play catch?
Yeah.
Okay, so that part was so cheesy.
It was
Kevin
so
Costner
weird.
walking around like Grandpa, but the players coming out of the corn was fucking sick.
No, but I was laughing at that part too because they looked. I think they were told to look confused as well because the first ones that came out, they were going,
"What?"
And what's funny about this is with baseball players, you really can never tell if they're actually acting or if they actually are that confused.
Well, no, yeah, Ben, I don't think that they were acting. They just look that way.
Because it would look.
I didn't read it that way. I just thought it looked cool because it's just baseball
here was
players
my
coming out of the corn.
interpretation. Here was my interpretation. Kevin Costner, being the amazing actor that he is, he turned around.
Oh, he is such a fantastic actor. Kevin, how does he not have an Oscar? Why did Whoopi win an Oscar for Ghost and not Kevin Costner? He was the ghost. He was the ghost.
Anyways,
have you like everybody does the pottery scene, not the I'm the psychic scene that Whoopi did, but she wins the fucking Oscar. It is so offensive.
Travesty.
He should be an EGOT.
Here's the thing. He turns around and he says to the players, he gives them a little hot acting tip. He says, in the movie, the ghosts came out of the stalks and they were confused. What is this? A baseball field? I'm not in heaven anymore? Or is this heaven? I don't know. I bet he gives them a little bit of direction. And then the Yankees and White Sox players come out and they're, what? Because they also looked like when they were walking towards the field to get into their lines, it looked like they didn't know exactly where they were supposed to go, and several of them veered off to be like, "I need to meet Kevin Costner and go shake his hand and say hi to Kevin Costner."
They spent too much money on like the Geico pirate ship that they couldn't hire like a production coordinator. So
well, what they should have had was the base coaches out there directing.
Yeah, they should have had Phil Nevin out there
because that's all they know is that their base coaches will tell them where to go. You don't need a production manager.
I wish that what's his face had stuck his head out and been like, this corn is still so good. I love the corn. What's his name? I'm blanking on it. I feel like an idiot. Darth Vader. From he was in the movie.
James Earl Jones. Yeah,
James Earl Jones. I wish he had made a cameo. The corn so good.
I love
He's
the
probably
corn.
too old. He's probably too
No,
old.
dude, he could just poke his. They could have just had him like
You know what
record
would've-
the voice. It just comes out. He's like,
It would have
I'm
been even
still
better,
eating corn with the ghosts.
Max. It would have been even better if he came out in his Darth Vader costume and he walked out, and then Joe Buck is like, "Oh, I think the Force is with this one."
Oh my god. Oh, but could he have a corn lightsaber? I just think the ending of the movie is
A
so
yellow corn
weird.
lightsaber.
Where does he go with the ghosts? Like, why does weird computer game JD Salinger go with the ghosts into the corn?
I don't know. We
Doesn't
talked
make
ab-
any
we talked about
sense.
that. We'll never understand.
I'm never gonna get over it. I'm gonna talk about it every podcast. And I'm gonna talk about how
Did you see a couple of the players? I think that were they Yankees players. They tried to eat some of the corn. Did you see that?
they did.
Yeah, and apparently it was like they said, "Oh, that's not like the type of corn that you think it is. It's like feed corn or something." I don't know what that means, but
Well,
maybe for like
then I'm gonna
chicken
assume,
feed, because he ate it and he immediately like
Well-
spit it out. He was like, "That's disgusting."
well, did they try to eat it raw, Ben? Which I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume.
Oh yeah, they did. I think.
Wait, they tried to eat it raw? Did they
I
cook
think
it?
so. No, I don't think they did. I
Well,
don't
you
think they
can't
did.
eat any kind of corn
No,
raw.
you can't. You're right.
No, they cooked it. I'm assuming. I was thinking a joke.
No,
They
there's
cooked
a
it, right?
video. There's a video.
Why didn't you tell me about this? All right, we're gonna have to do that in a follow-up video where we maybe send a video instructing these players on how to cook corn. You can cook corn in the microwave, guys. It works just as well as boiling. 7 minutes. You take the corn, you take off the husk, you wrap it in a damp paper towel for 7 minutes. It's just like boiling it. Put some butter on it. It's delicious. But make sure it's not feed corn, as we just learned, okay? Ben,
Yeah.
did we all learn something today?
I
Did you
hope-
know that? Did you know that?
I learned what dill means today.
I hope that somebody eventually found Kevin Costner and took him back to the dinner table.
What was the next thing for Field of Dreams that we were going to talk about?
Ooh, this is what the show is all about, my friends.
Oh,
Yankees Wags celebrate Aaron Judge's fiance's birthday after Field of Dreams loss. You'll never guess what publication this is from. The New York Post, baby.
What? I don't
our
believe
our favorite publication to get our news from.
All
Now,
I know is
Ben,
I squealed when I heard Aaron had a fiance.
I
I
did too.
squealed.
I had no idea. Apparently, people have known this since fucking June, and we missed out. I mean, I'm a little upset. Aaron, oh Aaron,
The New York Post
what are
let
we
us
going to
down.
do with you? Did you get that Aaron Carter reference? Oh no, you weren't allowed to listen to music. That's an Aaron Carter reference.
What do you mean I'm not allowed to listen to music?
You weren't allowed to listen to music, so you probably
I
missed out on
was-
Aaron
when I
Carter.
was a child, I was allowed to listen to contemporary Christian music.
Yeah. So that wasn't me. That wasn't me mocking you. That was me just saying you probably did not understand my Aaron.
I
Carter
was a naughty
reference.
boy though, and I listened to a lot of Weird Al.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Listen to the
So,
Hardware song.
That's
Listen to the Hardware song. That song rules. Okay. Ben, do you know what WAG stands for?
That's that company where you can get people to walk your dog.
That is true. For listeners, Yankees WAG stands for Yankees Wives and Girlfriends. That's what it stands for
Oh.
anyone that wants to know. So we're talking about
Interesting.
teams. It's wives and girlfriends. Ben, what did you think WAGs was?
I have no idea.
You were just like, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I was
enough.
just curious. I was just curious.
I didn't.
You-
My mind just gravitated towards the picture because she just looked so happy in that picture.
Well, here's what really offends me. They were celebrating after that crushing Field of Dreams loss.
How
where
dare
Tim
they?
Anderson did, I mean, I think that the WAGs...
Is that fun to them?
I think
is that fun? Losing.
I
is
think
fun?
that the WAGs should have to wear all black and black veils after every loss, personally. I think
You know
that
what they're
should
acting like,
happen.
Max? They're acting like a bunch of dills. That's what they're acting
Yeah,
like.
they're dilling hard, man. Like if on your birthday the Yankees lose, your birthday is canceled for that year.
Oh yeah.
No birthday.
I mean,
no
show
birthday.
show some respect. You know,
Actually, your birthday is canceled for the rest of your life because that birthday is forever tainted.
it's
You
bad
should be
enough.
mourning.
It's bad enough that all these wags have hair that go past their shoulders.
Yeah, they should have to cut their. Yeah, follow George's rules. George, in loving memory of George. No, we're just kidding. She should be able to celebrate her birthday. So,
and she should be able to have long hair.
And I want to clarify something. I love Whoopi. She was amazing in Ghost. She saved that movie. And Kevin Costner, he's not.
We all love Whoopi, Max.
He's not a good actor. He's not good. He's not good.
I think they picked up on your sarcasm, Max.
He's not good.
It was not subtle.
No. I want to make it clear. No, it just feels good to say publicly that I don't think he's very good. Doesn't it feel good to say out loud, like, I don't think he's very good? But I do think he's passable.
I just want to say that I don't think he's very good. However, if there was ever a possibility that we could get him on the sports show, I would change that opinion right away and say that he's amazing.
I think he would be an amazing guest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If somebody could go find him and guide him to a chair,
if you guys see him go, like wandering in a public park,
holding a baseball
looking
somewhere.
lost,
yeah, you can get him.
Just like direct him towards the local library and sit him in front of the computer, and then we'll get him on the show.
If you can find Grandpa for us, that'd be really helpful.
Okay. So hold on, I want to bring up something.
Just to be clear, we love grandpas. We love grandpas.
The last time I saw this woman, she was
Samantha
his girlfriend.
Braxiak, yes,
Samantha. She was his girlfriend, and she was name dropping him when she had a DUI. How many years ago was that, Max? It was a while ago.
It was a few years ago.
She had a DUI, and she kept name dropping Aaron Judge as her boyfriend to the New York cop.
It actually, I don't believe it was in New York. I believe that it was somewhere
tri-state?
else. Yes, and
yeah,
she was actually trying.
But
really
it was
hard.
in Yankee territory, right? It was tri-state, I think.
I don't even.
It had to have been if she was dropping Judge's name.
Dude, he's so famous. It doesn't matter.
True. He's in commercials.
Like, dude, he's like probably one of the top 5 most famous baseball players
of all time.
No, just
I'm just kidding.
But right? I mean, like top 5 most famous baseball players. I would.
Hell yeah.
I like. Am I being biased, or do you think that's true?
I would say that his number is probably going down this year and last a little bit, in part due to people like Ohtani rising up.
Yeah.
But and Vlad Guerrero. A couple years ago, I would say, yeah, he was definitely.
So this was a couple years ago.
One of the biggest names in baseball. Yeah. So it would have been apt at that point for sure.
Yeah. So she's like, in the video, she's like trying not. She's like, this could be really bad, and they're like, why? And she's like,
yeah.
This could be really bad. It's not great. And they're like, she's like, because my boyfriend is a public figure. And they're like, who is he? She's like, no, I probably shouldn't say. They're like, okay, you don't have to tell us. She's like, he's pretty famous. They're like, well, you don't have to tell us. She's like, he's really famous. They're like, don't tell us then. She's like, it's Aaron Judge. And they're like, oh. And you can just hear them like processing it. But
and
the video
took
didn't
the gun
get
out of their holster.
Yeah, the video didn't get leaked for many months.
Yeah, it was a TMZ thing, wasn't it?
But clearly they worked through it. Hopefully she found help, and she's just partying on. They're engaged, and we're happy for them.
It looks like she's in the backseat of this car, so that's good. In this photo
she's
with that champagne
in the
bottle.
Seat. Yeah,
so it's not that she's not in the front, not in the driver's seat.
I watched the video. She was popping champagne, looking happy, wearing a Yankee hat, and
so happy about the loss of her special someone.
She got a nice diamond ring, and as long as Aaron's happy, as long as she's happy, and they're healthy, and she doesn't make a mistake like that again.
Mm-hmm.
We can all we all make mistakes. Just don't drink and
It's so
drive.
true.
Don't
Don't
do
drink and
that.
drive, folks. And
Yeah.
if your grandpa goes wandering off, make sure to call somebody.
If you see something, say something.
That's right. We just want to spread, this awareness right now.
Yeah.
That's what we want. So,
This is really apropos. On Fox, the Hall of Fame NFL preseason game drew 1.4 more viewers than the Field of Dreams game.
unbelievable. So this is just America, right? Even though they call baseball America's sport, I don't know if it is. I think football might be America's sport.
Yeah, it's so funny. People keep talking about how these new quarterbacks are making their preseason their NFL debuts, not their preseason. It's like they're making their NFL debut. I'm like, it's the fucking preseason. It's not like their real debut.
No,
It's like
not
they're
at
just
all.
in the fucking preseason. It doesn't matter.
They're supposed to play in the preseason.
Yeah, it's not their debut. It's like they're trying out. It's not like it's not against the full real team. Bullshit.
Yeah.
They're playing for half a quarter against a second string defense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is really funny. It's this was the highest rated fucking regular season game, so successful for the MLB. And
it was such a I know maybe not as much for Yankees fans, but it was a really good game.
No,
it was so action packed, and it
I
ended with a
loved the
walk
game,
off.
dude.
Yeah,
No,
I know, but it must have hurt. It must have hurt.
No, dude, it did hurt, but
Yeah.
I love Tim Anderson.
He's great. He's great.
And I really respect the White Sox. They're not a big rival of ours.
And
they're
that whole ninth inning was just a blast.
They're
It was
not
so much
cheaters.
fun.
It was hard, but also we won the series. The Yankees are really hot right now, and it was the end of a 17-day in a row stretch,
Right.
Yeah. And it was just we're doing well. It was just it sucked, but it was also it was a good game. It was tip my hat.
It was a great game.
Let's keep going. It just
Mhm.
we're doing so well, it didn't hurt that much. And I can recognize that it was a good game against a team that I respect. And Tim Anderson is so cool. It just I look back at the game fondly, and I think it was done really well, minus Joe Buck. So
No, I mean, this is
yeah.
in a world where the MLB does a lot of things wrong.
It was really well done.
Where they have their 7-inning doubleheaders and their guy on second base in extra innings. These types of things are horribly stupid things for baseball. Having said that, this was amazing. It was amazing.
Yep. So we're gonna have the Field of Dreams game is gonna feature the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds in 2022.
Maybe I knew that the Cubs would be there eventually. Maybe not the right time. Maybe not the right time. They're so bad
the
now.
Cubs
They're
suck.
so bad.
Do people care about the Reds?
I think they went with two teams that were really old and had a lot of history. That's where I think their minds were going. And obviously the Cubs have one of the biggest markets and fan bases in baseball, so of course they want to go with them for that reason. That's why the second London game was going to be Cubs Cardinals.
But why not get the Cardinals then?
Yeah, why not Cardinals Reds? That would be fun.
I would just
the Cardinals are an old team.
I would do Cardinals Cubs.
Really? I mean, it's going to be a blowout game.
Look, probably. no offense to the Reds, but I'm just who cares about the Reds?
But the Reds are good.
Oh, that's true.
The Reds are a game back from the wild card in the National League.
Okay. I'm just saying for viewership.
Joey Votto, one of the hottest players in baseball
cool.
right now.
I'm just curious for an MLB stance on viewership, but this isn't. We got more stuff coming up, and then dealing about boring team like the Reds.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other teams that are really.
This is fun, Ben. This is fun.
Okay,
Ben, I want to talk about fun stuff. Okay, Field of Dreams series adaptation coming from Michael Schur, ordered at Peacock. So I want to break this down. This is from this is from Variety, and Michael Schur, creator of Parks and Recreation,
The
is
Good Place.
The Good Place is going to do a. I'm sorry, some like audio started playing in another tab, and I was like, "Where the fuck is that coming from?" And I was like, "Wow!" Is going to do the adaptation. It's going to be like a lighthearted comedy or some shit. I don't know. So Ben, what I want to do with you is I want to
Kevin
break.
Costner going to be in it? That's what
I want to break down the characters in the show and what they're going to be like.
All right, James Earl Jones. Should we start with him?
Well,
Or
I think
is it going to be all the same characters? Is it going to be
think
like the writer? Is it going to be?
I think it's well. I think we should start with the main character, who's going to be like. Yeah, I think it is. So let's start out with like the Kevin Costner character, right? So
Okay, he's a farmer.
So he's a farmer, and he wants to build this field of dreams. You know, he has this vision. You know, if he's hearing the whispers. You know, if you build it, they will come. You know.
Right. But he's having trouble with the public parks department, right? And so then Leslie Knope comes in.
And so I guess his character trait is that he has daddy issues.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
You know, your standard Jim character. He's your Jim.
You think he's
your
wait, well, isn't Jim more of like a side character? Don't we have to make him more of like a Leslie Knope
or a Steve Carell,
Michael Scott?
Or
yeah, we have
Ted,
to make
Ted Danson.
He's the main character. Yeah.
Okay. I could see that.
So how do we
we'll just get Danson.
All right, so he's going to be played by Ted Danson. So do we want to make him have daddy issues like he's like kind of like flirtatious like daddy issues?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, but he's already married in the movie, isn't he?
Oh, that's true.
But
okay.
But maybe he's flirtatious with the game of baseball, because after all, how can you not be romantic about baseball?
True. That's true.
So maybe there will be a little bit of will they won't they tension with the game of baseball.
Yeah, and I think James Earl Jones is already there. Or maybe he gets there by the third episode. Like I think that like the plot of the movie has to play out pretty quickly to get everybody there to help build the park. I mean the Field of Dreams.
Right. And when does the cast of The Good Place come through the stalks out on the
field? They have to happen.
Is this heaven or is it the bad place?
This is the bad place.
Disguised as heaven.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to be a good show?
Look, I got a lot of feelings about Michael Schur's comedies lately. I think they've been kind of going downhill.
Yeah, did you see Rutherford Falls?
I watched the first 2 episodes and I couldn't keep going with it.
Yeah, I watched it all. I would say it was pretty devoid of jokes.
Yeah, that's about why I didn't keep going with
it. Which was about the problem with every season of The Good Place after the first one.
It's weird because I used to be like an Office hater, like especially when it got to its later seasons.
Well, yeah.
But you know, after it's all said and done, like after seeing Michael Schur's entire body of work, I am really a believer that the first like 4 seasons of The Office are better than anything else he's ever done. Like hands down, it's not even close.
Well, yeah, because they're like really funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious. But a lot of people love to say Parks and Rec is better. I feel like I've heard.
Yeah,
that
it's not. It's not. But
better.
like the first few seasons,
it didn't age well.
The first you see after the Harvest Festival, it loses like a lot of like the jokes because they start making
then some of those characters like Tom just does not age too well in that show.
Which one's Tom?
Tom was Aziz's character.
Oh well, anything with Aziz doesn't particularly age well.
But the character itself also did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know how you can make a TV show out of this movie. Like, are they going to have like, is Babe Ruth going to be coming in and he's going to be sort of funny with his?
I actually think that it could be really fun. Like,
I
I
do know
think
that
that
Mike Schur is a huge baseball nerd. I know he's a huge
I
baseball
think
fan.
that if you make it like funny and you make it like all about like building the team and you have like fun like baseball people like showing up and like coming out of the field, and then if I was thinking that, you know, the brother who like comes in and is like, you can't make the fucking field, like we're gonna knock it down with
Right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that brother
Dude, it
character.
has to be. You know, it's going to be Jonathan Glazer. You know it is. It's going to be so funny. He's just going to play Jam. It's going to be amazing.
That would be awesome.
You
That
know,
would be
I'm
great.
already cast it. It's going to be Jonathan Glazer.
I would love that. That would be reason enough for me to watch the show.
Yeah.
It really would.
Did
But yeah,
Michael
I also
Schur-
do know Michael Schur is a huge baseball fan, so I maybe for that reason alone I'll watch
Maybe
this.
if he hires like people who write jokes, the show could be funny.
Oh.
Instead of focusing on like plot for a like sometimes when you remember that comedies have jokes in them,
Yeah.
they can be funny. You think about it. There's a relationship between the two. Like us, we're funny because we're so hilarious.
I mean, how do you even get plot heavy with like the Field of Dreams? It's such a silly concept even to begin with.
Dude, the whole thing is so plot heavy. The whole
but for
movie.
like a TV show, how do you do like a whole series on that?
Oh,
I
now
don't even.
Babe Ruth is coming out. We have to help
We'll
Babe
do a
Ruth.
whole episode on Babe Ruth.
Dude, Babe Ruth comes out and he's like, I need a hot dog from this one hot dog stand I used to go through from New York. We have to go on a road trip to get Babe Ruth back to Brooklyn to get his favorite hot dog. Oh no, our car broke down. We have to get Babe Ruth's favorite oil change from his favorite station when he went on tour to Ohio. Oh no, Babe Ruth wants a lollipop from his favorite lollipop factory from back in the day.
He's a hungry boy.
He's hungry.
Then the Bill Buckner episode, he comes out and he's like, I'm not dead. I don't, you can hit me the ground ball at first, but I'm not dead, guys.
Bill Buckner, we're pretty sure you're dead. No, that's a joke, Ben. They couldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They need to figure out a plot. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, here we go. You thought we were done with Olympic stories, and so did we. But the Olympics never
live
end.
on forever,
just like the episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
So, Japanese softball player to have gold. No, it's only been an hour. We have
half
like
of our show is Field of Dreams related.
No, we spent a good 80 minutes talking about Nader.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
No, I'm just kidding.
This whole show is just Nader. It's dilling and it's
Dylan and shilling.
Yeah.
We're Dylan, shilling, and killing. You know us. This is good.
Okay, so this mayor bit a medal, right? That's what this one is.
This is from Yahoo Sports, baby. A Japanese softball player to have gold medal replaced because her hometown mayor bit it.
Which that is a thing, right? Like for photo shoots of the medal, sometimes athletes bite the medal.
No, it's a huge thing. Like every athlete bites their medal, but it's not a thing for mayors to bite athletes
during a pandemic. Nonetheless.
No, I don't think that
that was the issue.
I just don't think that mayors are supposed to bite medals at all. But yeah, especially during a pandemic, so it's being replaced. You know, the bite did not appear to damage the medal, but still caused a minor scandal in Japan for Kawamura's flouting of COVID-19 protocols and perceived disrespect for Goto's prize.
Unbelievable. So he's not the mayor anymore, I take it. Right? They impeached him.
No, I think he's still the mayor. You know how these things
work. For now, till the next election. And then the other candidate's gonna go on a tear about the medal biting scandal.
He said, I forgot my position as Nagoya mayor and acted in an extremely inappropriate way. I am fully aware that I should reflect on that. Wow.
Good. That's the type of apology you want to hear. You know?
Yeah. I'm sure he will learn from that. just like Aaron Judge's girlfriend.
I hope he's
Basically-
going through severe depression over it.
Sorry, the photo. If you guys are on it, you gotta look this shit up. Just Google Mayor bites metal. It's so he takes a big bite.
Do you
It's
think
like he's
waking
biting a
up? Do you
giant
think he's
cookie.
waking up at night and just cringing and going, "I can't believe I did that"?
Okay, and he didn't just bite the metal; he put it around his neck too. Like he wanted the full experience. He was like, "I can't win this shit, but I will put it around my neck like I did." I hope he got to keep
That's
the metal
cute.
too.
That's cute.
If
Yeah.
they're replaced, oh, you think it's cute?
I think it is. I think it's cute. I like it.
All right, if they're gonna-
He's like a kid. He just wanted he wanted
If
to
they're gonna-
pretend like he was he won the gold medal himself. And yeah.
If they're gonna replace her metal, they might as well let him keep his. It's his now. He bid it.
I think that his
Finders
wife,
keepers.
I think that his wife and kids should get him a chocolate gold medal with a gold foil wrapping around it and give it to him.
Oh, like a Gelt medal.
Yeah,
like
you
chocolate?
know those chocolates that look like money, and then you unwrap.
They're
the
called
foil.
Gelt.
I know. How do you know this? How do you know that? Who knows
It's
that
for-
it's Gelt?
It's for Hanukkah.
All right, let's do a poll. Oh, it is. It's a Hanukkah thing.
Yes,
know
it's
that.
for Hanukkah. It's called Gelt.
I've got look. Clearly, I don't know that.
Oh my god, who knows this? It's like
Who does know that though?
like,
I don't.
Jews.
I guess.
Did you not have Did you guys not have a lot of Jews in Colorado?
No, we do, but I don't know Gelt. I've never heard of that before.
Okay, because we would have like holiday days in school and we would like learn about like different holidays too. So we would have like the Christians would like teach each other. We would like learn about we'd like spin the dreidel in school and like learn about different
No,
religions.
I knew
stuff.
dreidel. I knew all that stuff. I'd never heard Gelt before.
But you spin the dreidel like for Gelt, like the chocolate coins.
I didn't know that was the reward.
Oh, that was like kind of part of it. That's so funny. Yeah. By the way, I'm not like calling you out. I just think it's really funny.
No, what would you be calling me out on?
I just think it's so funny that you were like, who knows that? And it's like a lot of Jews, man. A lot of people who know Jews, man. I don't know how much Gelt. I don't know how much Gelt they have in Japan, though. We got to look into this.
I've learned about Dill and I learned about Gelt.
Gelt?
Let's add more things to that list.
We got to get this guy's address.
I'm being informed.
We got to send this guy some fucking Gelt in Japan. I don't know how much they have over there.
Yeah.
Are you Googling Gelt in Japan right now?
Yeah.
Just like Amazon, send this guy some Gelt. All right, moving on. Oh, our favorite. This is also Yahoo Sports is a great aggregator, so thank you. Ryan Lochte undergoes surgery after injuring himself on inflatable water slide. This is somehow surprising, but also the least surprising headline I've ever read in my entire life.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you know like even a little bit about Ryan Lochte, then it's not surprising at all.
Because he's a moron?
he's not. He's a bit of a dill. He can be a bit of a dill. All right. But yeah, I mean, look at that picture too. It's so good for the listeners. For the listeners, he's like he looks so high right now, which is also like his resting face. He just always.
I don't think he's high. He just looks like that.
But that's it. Yeah, that's why I said it's his resting face.
Surgery was a success. He captioned.
I just love that, he goes hard, whether it's in the pool or on a water slide or a slip and slide. It doesn't matter. Locky's going for that gold. He's going for that Gelt is what he's going for.
Yes. What his wife, who is a Playboy model, people tells me, she lets us know that I don't know if I told you guys how he tore his meniscus, so he's getting that fixed this morning. A legend of lessons. Don't race down an inflatable kid's water slide, folks. It's been a rough year. He didn't qualify at the Olympics like he was trying to,
Was it his birthday and they got that for him? That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm
Do you think he was sad that he couldn't go to Japan and make up a story about how he was robbed at gunpoint? Do you think he was really sad? He was like, oh, I really wanted to go there and make up a story about how I was in Tokyo and they robbed me at gunpoint. And I wanted to lose all my
I
non-existent
totally
sponsors.
forgot that happened.
Yeah, he's a fucking
I blocked that from my
Dude,
mind.
I actually did some research on that. Like, so apparently they made up that story because, like, they were afraid of getting, like, blamed for vandalism or something. But they eventually, like, found the video of it and they didn't even vandalize anything. So there was no reason to make up a cover-up story. Why did they make...
You're telling me that the guy who injured himself on the inflatable water slide didn't really think all that through too well? Are you telling me that's what you're telling me?
Why? Why? Such an... Oh, he also believes that athletes should not protest at the Olympics. He still stands by that.
Of course he does.
Oh, idiot white guy.
Him and Hope Solo should meet up.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Idiot Ryan Lochte's opinion is really important.
Well, look at that photo. How can you not trust that guy? This guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, this guy knows what I'm doing. Yeah, man. His kid has the same name as Garrett Cole's kid, Caden Zane.
Oh, it's nice.
One of his kids. So he was good. So he's doing I mean, we're just happy that Ryan is happy and healthy. And and like other people talked about, we hope that he doesn't make
that we end almost every segment saying
we would love to have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
We might think that he's an idiot with like really terrible views on protest and like think it's like really wrong.
We want
and like
Ryan Lochte, we want Ted Danson, we want Kevin Costner, we want Michael Schur.
Okay, Ted Danson's really cool though. So
Ted Danson is awesome. Yeah,
Ted Danson's awesome. We're gonna find out Ted
Danson's
be a
big get. He'd be a big get.
Ted Danson's also like, I don't think people should be allowed to protest at the
Oh God.
No, Ted Danson would never. He's a cool guy. Anyway, moving on from Ryan Lochte, but I do want to thank Ryan Lochte for injuring himself on the Waterslides.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. That's hilarious, man. Big
us.
thumbs up. Happy you're healing up.
Keep
we get
staying in
from,
the news, Ryan.
I want to say maybe the Olympic news is over. Probably not, but I hope so because I'm over it. It's been too much.
Too.
I'm over it. But
I thought when we did our closing ceremonies bit, that was it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one.
Yeah.
All right. Should I? Do you want to do this? Should I do it?
Oh, sure. Think? Yeah. This is Noah Syndergaard on Instagram. We have this graphic up on our video. Hey, at MLB at ESPN, whose dumb fucking idea was it to change tomorrow's game to a night game when we're traveling to the West Coast after? Won't get in until Monday morning. Take on the first place Giants later that evening. Brilliant.
This was posted to his Instagram story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I want to make it very clear that he's not even playing. He's still like on the IL. He's not even playing. I want to bring this up because imagine like you're like working at like fucking like Red Lobster or something. You just got off the night shift and like your manager is like, hey, you have to come in early and like work a fucking double tomorrow. You have to work like a good 12-hour shift. And Noah Syndergaard is like, we have to like fly in the private plane tomorrow and play baseball tomorrow on my like $14 million salary that I'm not even playing in.
Well, let's be honest.
Fuck yourself.
He's not mad about that. He's not mad at the MLB. Let's be honest. All of this anger comes from deep-seated shame and insecurity of why that the Mets spend as much money as they did and they're still fucking awful.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Let's be honest. From an emotional standpoint, little boy's having a temper tamp.
Yeah,
He's having a temper tamp because they are terrible.
Fuck up. Shut up. I hate dude, I do get it. Like schedule changes can be annoying, but like it's just so fucking rude. Like just check your fucking privilege, man. Like you guys get paid so much. I don't care if you have to play baseball a little earlier or a little later.
But Max, being vocal about the MLB on social media has worked out really well for some people, hasn't it?
Like
Aren't there
us?
some players like what's his name, Trevor something?
Oh
Didn't
my
it work
God.
out really well for him? Didn't that work out well for him?
Man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck Trevor Bauer, everybody.
He
I
can
just
go to
wanna say
fucking
that.
hell. And
Yeah,
if you are, if you feel differently, you can
Fuck
listen
that
to
guy.
another podcast. So bye. Bye.
Long story short, if you're gonna be a baseball player on social media, just to be funny, you know?
Yeah, and don't be fucking lame.
Be funny and
Anyway,
cool.
Noah Syndergaard, I'm sorry your team sucks, but like, do not complain about what time you play baseball at. Like, you
I
make
do think it's so funny how much these Mets are acting out right now. Like they're so mad. They're so
okay.
mad about how
No,
bad they are.
except for Pete Alonso. He does. He's
Yeah, Pete
always,
Alonso is the only one that's like, "Hey, we should smile.
no.
We all
It's
just had to smile
dude.
more."
If Pete Alonso was a Yankee player, I think he would need a full-time security team because they would like throw tomatoes at him or stuff. Like, because he's like, guys, just you have to believe. I know it's hard, but just smile. You get to watch baseball, and Yankee fans be like, "This isn't fucking baseball, you piece of fucking shit. We're gonna throw garbage
slugging
at you
percentage is fucking trash.
until you play fucking baseball. I looked you up on the fucking war accounts. You're a piece of fucking shit.
You broke Judge's rookie record, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
And now look at you. Now look at you."
I was just watching this clip. I briefly told you about it before the show of JD Davis, who was at third base, fields a ground ball and makes a horrible throw to Pete Alonso. And JD Davis is like, "Come on, Pete, fucking hell, Pete." Like he's thinking like Pete Alonso should have gotten it. And the throw couldn't have been further off the bag from what it was to where Pete Alonso could have gotten it. So like these guys, like I heard another story too. Marcus Stroman's like yelling at Brandon Nimmo for not making a catch. They're all just like taking it out on each other, you know, clearly hating each other's guts.
Wait, are you telling me that Steve Cohen tweeting that his own team sucks isn't an effective route to make them play better?
Weird. I don't know.
That's weird.
I've always been anti-positive enforcement. I thought he was doing the right thing.
I thought would work. That doesn't work. Telling
Apparently
the
not.
players that they suck doesn't help.
Look, I think he's in the exact right place. Cohen is, because we all know you buy the dip. And look, these guys, their value is low. It's dirt low. This is when you buy on the Mets. You don't sell.
It's just like the Mets got a Met. I mean, people are just like, I cannot believe this is happening. I'm just like, what do you mean you can't believe this is happening? Their whole division sucks. The Mets suck. It's like believing
the Mets
are
the Mets.
It's like the Jets are gonna suck this year. And if people are surprised that the Jets suck, I'm just gonna look at them and be like, what? It's like being surprised that the Jets suck. It's like, what's wrong with you? It's like the Mets do this every year. Like, what are you surprised by?
Yeah.
But I love it. It's so entertaining. But yeah, Thor, like, wisen up, bruh. Come on, wisen up, bruh. Ben, say it with me. Ben, say it. Ben, say it with me.
Wisen up.
Wisen up, bruh.
Brother.
Bruh. Yeah, doesn't it feel good? We're not going to send him any Gelt.
No.
No
Gelt for him.
Are you going to get some Gelt now, Ben?
For him this year. I'm kind of,
you're going to feel woke. You're going to be like,
sweet tooth.
I got Gelt. No Dill about it.
I'm going to ask her if she knows. I'm going to start.
You start asking everyone you know. Hey,
I'm going to start asking. I'm
going
to start asking Gentiles everywhere if they know.
Yeah. Gentile. You can ask your Shiksa wife if she knows what Gelt is.
I'm just happy this can be an educational thing for me.
Yeah, I'm really happy to teach you with my half Jewish ways. All right, Do you know who Moses is?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
learned that one.
Yeah. All right. Arizona. Do you know who Mel Brooks is? Okay. Arizona.
I love Mel Brooks. I want to put
Yeah.
that out there. I love Mel
Arizona Diamondbacks Tyler Gilbert tosses MLB's 8th no-hitter of the season in first start. Yeah. He did that.
Amazing. I thought it
Yeah,
was
all right,
cool.
but that's not what we're here to talk about, Ben.
No, God no. It's
We're
the
here to
other three
talk
players that
about
have done that in history.
We're here to talk about he is the first he is the fourth pitcher to do the no-hitter in his first start because he joins Ted Breitenstein in 1981, Bumpus Jones in 1892,
Bumpus,
and Bobo Holloman in 1983.
Bumpus and Bobo.
Bumpus and Bobo.
And they all came out of the same small tiny clown car together.
Yeah, the important news here is that Ben and I are legally changing our names to Bumpus and Bobo.
Pretty little Bumpus and pretty little Bobo.
I mean,
they just don't make names like that anymore. They just don't.
When I read that, I was like, "Who the fuck cares that this guy threw a no-hitter?" Like,
yeah.
what is...
Like, why wasn't Ken Burns' baseball series talking about Bumpus and Bobo more often? That's what I'd like to know.
It might have, but like, I couldn't really get through it.
That's crazy. That was a great series.
So
no, it wasn't. It was.
Does
awesome.
It get more? Like, I tried to get through the first two.
The whole thing is interesting. The whole thing is interesting.
It's a little bit of a snooze.
Baseball's got a big history with gambling problems and fixing games. Is what I learned from.
Does it just like I felt like the first couple? I tried to I did the I got through like 1.5, and it was the early stuff is a little like. Does it get more interesting when you get more like modern?
I think the whole thing is interesting. So
okay, but are you gonna help me out at all?
I think it's consistent throughout. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah. Aren't you going to try to help me?
I'm saying you're not going to like the rest of it if you didn't like the first two.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I was hoping you were going to try to sell me on it and get me interested in it.
No, when I say it's consistent throughout, I mean you're not going to like the rest of it.
So it's just really boring.
I don't think so, but...
Am I going to get canceled? Is this me getting canceled?
Yeah.
Ah, God damn it.
The Burns heads out there are going to come after you.
I like his hair.
Ken Burns?
Yeah, I'm trying to Google something on Bumpus, but it's a very short thing. Oh, he died.
Oh, you're Googling Bumpus?
He died in Xenia, Ohio.
I'm gonna Google Bobo.
Yeah, can you get Bobo up here?
I'm not gonna Google anything else. It's just the word Bobo.
Yeah, can you what's the origin of Bobo Holloman?
Let's see. Bobo.
Oh, Bobo is his nickname. His real name's Alva. How'd he get the name Bobo?
Good question. Maybe that was like his baby name or something that his mom called him when he was a little baby.
Oh, little Bobo.
Little Bobo.
While there, so when he was in Double A, owner Larry Gilbert gave Holloman the nickname Bobo because the pitcher reminded him of Bobo Newsom. The nickname stuck. Who's Bobo Newsom, dude? We're going down a fucking rabbit hole.
We're gonna uncover all the Bobos from baseball.
Louis Norman Bobo Newsom was an American starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, also known as Buck Newsom. Wait, why was he named Bobo?
So none of the Bobos are original Bobos. They just were nicknamed Bobo.
Newsom was known to possess a somewhat eccentric and emotional personality, typically referring to everyone in the third person, including referring to himself as Bobo. So,
of course, if you had that name, why wouldn't you do that?
Bobo Newsom was Bobo because he called himself Bobo, and Bobo Holloman was Bobo because
Bobo called himself Bobo.
because he reminded someone else of Bobo who called himself Bobo.
Right.
And
because
now
he also called himself Bobo.
And now
they reminded each other.
We are Bumpus and Bobo because someone pitched a no-hitter and we have now heard of Bobo. Yeah. And because
which one do you want?
I think they're interchangeable.
Yeah. Pretty Little Bumpus does have a bit of a ring to it. I'll say that.
Oh, you want that?
I kind of want Bumpus.
I think I want Bobo because I really respect the lineage. Wait, how do you refer to everyone in the third person?
That's a good question. Try it.
Like,
see
wait,
see how it fits.
Hold on. When you speak to yourself in the third person, I would say like Max is getting angry, right?
Mhm,
So
yep.
I would be speaking to you and I would say Ben is talking to me right now. So I guess that's what he's doing. So I would just say I would call myself Bobo, right? And I would just say Bobo is podcasting right now. Bobo's getting hungry, and I guess I would just say Bobo, you're looking at me right now. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. That's very weird. This guy is rather
That's-
eccentric.
Well, you wouldn't have you wouldn't have thought that based on his name that he's eccentric.
No, I know. I mean, that's what it said. I just really agree. Yeah, this really took us down and out. So I want to thank whatever Tyler Gelt. What it's just Tyler Gilbert.
Gilbert.
I'm just not impressed by the no hitter because his name is so bland.
Yeah.
Does that mean?
No,
Whatever.
because it's not
Tyler
like
Gilbert,
he'll never be a Bumpus or Bobo.
Tyler Gilbert, I'm just glad that you're happy and healthy and you're healing well. We think you'd be an amazing guest on the podcast.
Amazing guest.
Wise
Truly.
up, bro. Okay.
You and Kevin and all the rest.
Yeah, Ted Danson.
Ted
and,
Danson.
Who's this? Sorry. This is from the New York Post again, our favorite publication. Hope Solo accuses Megan Rapinoe of bullying Ben, the U.S. women's soccer team, into kneeling for the anthem. She bullied them. Wow, Ben.
Did she take Hope Solo's lunch money too? That's what I want to know.
Dude, I heard that Megan made them all dye their hair purple and kiss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she made them all dye their hair purple and kiss. That's what I heard. They were all, didn't you see that game?
I heard she shoved Hope's head into a toilet in the locker room and gave her a swirl.
Honestly, that would be. I hope she did. Fuck Hope Solo, man.
I love the picture that New York Post uses too, because it looks like Megan is just like giving her these eyes, like I'm gonna kick your ass for saying that.
Fucking over this, man. It sucks to lose to Canada. It just sucks.
You never want to lose to Canada.
You never want to lose
You
to
never
Canada.
want to lose. It feels like you're being bullied by Canada when you
also
lose to Canada.
Hope Solo hasn't been on the team since 2016. Like she's just like, I need headlines, baby. I need headlines.
Wait, she's not on the current team?
Dude, she hasn't been on the team for 5 years.
What the fuck is she talking about?
She just likes to be. Oh, and do you know why she? There's a lot of irony in this situation, Ben. Do you know why Hope Solo retired in 2016?
Why?
Well, let me read you this line. I think the New York Post really put it well. Solo ended up retiring after a number of off-field incidents put a stain on her reputation.
Oh, okay.
She was charged with assaulting 2 of her family members in 2014, and in 2016 was suspended by the USWNT for calling the Swedish national team a bunch of cowards after a penalty shootout in the Olympics.
Wow, she sounds a lot like a Syndergaard
bully. Type. Oh, what type?
A Syndergaard type. No.
Yeah. So I think. Have you ever heard the expression "the pot calling the kettle black"?
No,
I think
never. No,
never. Is this a Gelt and a Dill thing? Wow, yeah. Man, you have so much to tell.
No, she is. I was gonna say she is acting like a real Dill in this situation.
You have so much to tell your wife about after this. I learned.
No, I know the pot calling the kettle black.
I know. I was kidding.
Okay,
it's a joke. We make jokes on this podcast. What do you think? This is a Mike Schur show?
Ooh.
Burn!
Oh,
he's so rich, man. This sucks.
Yeah, we can make fun of him because he's rich. We're aiming. Yeah.
That being said, we think he'd be an amazing guest. No, he'd
be such a great guest on our show.
No, he'd be like, do you guys want to talk about heart and like philosophy? Let's talk about plot. Do you want
And
to tell
we're
a
just
story?
like, no, we want to talk about Ryan Lochte injuring himself on a water slide.
I want to talk
Okay?
about this Nader tweet. Oh
He'd be a
man.
great guest, Ralph Nader. He'd
Do
be
you
a
remember
great guest.
when during Rio, like Hope Solo was posting pictures of herself in like a mosquito net hat and being like, everybody watch out for Zika, and like being annoying about it. So all the
Oh,
Brazilians
God.
were like calling her Zika, and when she was like on the field, they were yelling like Zika,
Really?
Zika.
I
It
didn't know
was
that.
fucking
That's so
hilarious.
funny.
They were all like yelling Zika. It was
So you're
awesome.
saying they were bullying her?
Yeah,
Is
and it
that
was
what you're
good.
saying?
Yeah, she deserved it. That being said, I don't care if she's happy or healthy. Just kidding. Hope, we would
Whoa.
love to have you on the podcast.
I hope she would make a great guest on the podcast.
We would
She'd
hope
make-
to have you on the podcast. I think you'd be so good. You and Ryan.
Megan, we
No,
want
Megan, we would actually. Megan, we think you're fucking cool as hell. You're awesome. Thank you.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. I want to get serious here. Megan,
Mhm.
please. You're fucking cool as shit. But next time beat Canada, okay? Let's do it.
You can't lose to Canada.
You can't lose to Canada.
You never
again.
want to lose to
You
Canada.
never want to lose to Canada.
Oh.
I can't. I don't know if I can talk about this. Ben,
Oh
you're
boy.
gonna. Ben, I need. Ben, I need you. Ben, I can't
Let's
read
talk
it.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Can we
Tim
skip
Tebow
it?
released by Jacksonville Jaguars, ending former QB's NFL comeback attempt at tight end. Tim Tebow goes on to say in this tweet, thankful for the highs and even the lows, the trials and tribulations that he's been through, of course, the opportunities and the setbacks. I've never wanted to make decisions out of fear of failure, and I'm grateful for the chance to have pursued them.
Why? Wait, you didn't say the whole thing, and I'm
No, I did.
grateful for the chance
To have pursued a dream.
A dream.
I'm sorry, yeah.
He's very poetic. I think we should really let him say his final words.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
we'll ever
sad.
hear from him again.
I really think what's sad about this is that the Mets are probably kicking themselves now that they did, because he probably would have been better than most of their players currently.
I agree. I agree. This
No,
is
but
just
like
heartbreaking.
now he can continue to like produce some bad NBC game shows. And
But why can't he go play basketball now?
That's true.
The summer league, is the summer league over? Why can't he go play in the summer league?
That's true. Maybe he could get into darts or billiards or something and be a professional there. I don't know.
Also, who cares about the fucking summer league? I see all this promotion for the fucking summer league, and they're like, the Nets are playing the Lakers, and I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, it's like spring training for baseball, I guess, but without all the players, only the rookies, only the kiddos.
Yeah, don't you like you like spring training, right?
I love spring training.
Yeah, I don't.
And I've been following a bit of summer league too, actually, just to look at some of the younger, newer players for the Nuggets.
Yeah,
I've been following it.
Yeah, I can't. I don't
care if they lose or not, though. People are like, "Oh, the Nuggets have lost." Like,
this is the consolation game. Like, that's the championship of the summer league. I'm like, what?
Who cares?
Like, what?
Let's be honest, it's all for gamblers, right? I mean, they even hold it.
Yeah,
it's just for people to gamblers. Gamble on.
Yeah. It's for I just can't get into games with no consequences. Like, I can watch like a little bit of spring training, but I just like I just can't. I can't. Well, I can't. I just need there to be. I need games to matter. I need them to matter, Ben.
Well, you wouldn't be able to be a Rockies fan then.
Yeah,
have a difficult time.
Dude. I that's why I couldn't watch the Nets for a lot of years. Like, I need games to matter. I just can't do it. Besides the Jets, because there's so few games, like, and it's only once a week. Like, I can handle that and the Jets are funny. Like, it's great, but I can't do I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yep. There's no way.
What do you think about that?
About you not being able to do it for the...
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe you'd have thoughts. Do you think it's okay?
I never have thoughts on the Jets.
No, I thoughts on me, not staying with the hardships, being a wimp.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I care.
Wow.
Look, it gets as low as it does being a Rockies fan right about now.
So you think
After
I'm
we've,
making the right call, not
I mean, it is what it is because
being a
look,
fair weather fan.
I think it's fine. I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to be completely. I know there's a lot of people who are Rockies fans that are like, I'm done right now. Like until we get new ownership or until something really serious changes. Like, what's the fucking point of watching?
Yeah,
this team?
there really isn't.
But
There's
at
like
the
no point.
same time, like I love going to games at Coors. I still think it's fun. The Rockies have the second best home record in all of baseball.
Oh
Like
yeah, so that's
it's
good. Yeah.
like they're fun to watch at home. I don't know. Maybe if they had a really shitty record at home, I would start losing interest more. But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate on people who are fair weather fans at all. Like that's up to you. Like if you want to love them when they're winning, then fine. Who cares? You know.
Freedom of choice. Freedom of choice.
Let's not go down there.
What? Well, I was just making a voice. I wasn't going down anywhere.
Oh yeah, you were. Oh yeah.
What do you think I was doing?
Just kidding. Look, Max, there's a lot of talk about freedom of choice right now in this world, all right? Get vaccinated, everybody.
Oh, you thought I yeah, wisen up, bruh. That's our new motto.
guarantee you-
Bumpus and Bobo coming in
Yeah.
hot. Oh, here we go. This is what everyone's been waiting for, baby. Jennifer Lopez unfollows, wipes Alex Rodriguez from her Instagram. She unfollowed him. She wipes Alex Rodriguez from her Instagram. Now, Ben, what we know is she's dating Ben Affleck. She was once engaged to him a long time ago, but
yeah,
Jennifer,
ages ago, right?
yep, but they're back together. They're hot. They've been seen. And you know what? His birthday was on Sunday. J.Lo doesn't do anything.
Whose birthday? A-Rod's or
No,
Ben's?
Ben Affleck's.
How do you feel about this as a Yankee fan that she's back with the Red Sox fan? Do you think her loyalties have changed?
Oh, that is a little disgusting, but
Mhm.
I love the drama, and I think A-Rod kind of probably cheated on her, and that's not cool. And also,
Interesting.
they tried to buy the Mets together, and that was a major betrayal. Okay,
You think that was the last straw for her?
that was the last
Buying
straw
the
for
Mets?
that was no. I think it was cheating on her. Probably. I think
Is there news that he cheated on her?
well, he was at least talking to other women, and they just were kind of having strains in their relationship, I believe. I'm not 100% on this story, people, so don't trust me on it. Go read page 6 or something.
Go read
Which
the
is
New
where
York
this is
Post
from.
if you want your facts.
Yeah,
okay.
it's page 6. But he was at least talking with other women that we know, which is what you know. So anyway, Ben Affleck's birthday was on Sunday, and this happened on. People noticed this happened on Saturday. It is thought, and I presume that J.Lo doesn't do anything, randomly. So she did this in preparation
for the big birthday news.
For the big birthday. She was like, for his birthday, I'm completely breaking ties with A-Rod. Isn't that fucking juicy, Ben?
That's so juicy.
That is the drama. And I really like this picture. If you're an audio listener,
this picture
really
I was going to comment on that too.
He looks like a Bond villain, but in like a knockoff movie.
She's just glowing. I don't know what is she looking at?
I don't know, but she looks fine as hell. I gotta say, it's a good picture of her. She looks good.
Yeah, she's probably looking at Ben Affleck.
I'm just saying. Respect. I am not objectifying her. I am not being.
She is at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, so maybe she is looking at Ben Affleck.
She looks beautiful. Props to J.Lo. She's beautiful. And
but is she still a Yankees fan? That's the big question.
Yeah, she's from the Bronx. She's not crazy. She's not gonna go swishing people with a freaking.
But
She's Jenny.
can a Yankees fan and a Red Sox fan be in a
Oh my
relationship?
God, we have a movie
We
to
gotta
write.
get Mike
Oh
Schur.
my
No, we need to get
God!
Mike Schur to do a TV series
A
about
really
it.
plot heavy one with no jokes. It's really just it's just like it's just juicy. And so this happens and it really only gets better because that day or the next day, A-Rod posts this, which is an Instagram post of him walking down the street with the caption, "I'm here to fuck shit up." Now, Ben, I will let you know, I checked on Instagram and he actually updated this to censor fuck. He put a star in the place of C.
Oh, that's cute.
But when I took the screenshot of this, it was uncensored.
There's nothing more badass than going back, re-editing your post and censoring your F word in there.
So it's him walking down the street holding a coffee cup. And so "I'm here to fuck shit up" is in quotes. And I Googled it and I was like, where is this from? I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could find is "we're here to fuck shit up" from Step Brothers.
Oh,
I think he's quoting Step Brothers,
misquoting it.
but he altered the quote to be himself and say, "I'm here to fuck shit up." But he's very serious in the photo.
As long as J.Lo is seething with jealousy, that's all that matters, Max.
And I
Because
will let you.
let me tell you this post was not for anyone but her. That's who this post was
Well, Ben, this only gets better. And Ben, you were going to be so impressed by the amount of research that I have done.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go.
This photo is taken from a batch of paparazzi photos taken of A-Rod, of him on the street right after it was reported that J.Lo had removed all the photos of him and unfollowed him. So this is right after he found out and was walking down the street and he got papped, which means the paparazzi took photos of him. So this is right after it. So basically all those photos got released on the Daily Mail bought the photos. Like they got the photos from
a
the
better
paparazzi.
caption would have been mood.
Yeah. So the Daily Mail picked up all the photos from the paparazzi, and then he I guess he got one of them too, and then he posted it to his Instagram, and he said, "I'm here to fuck shit up."
It would have been more awesome if there was like a watermark on that photo that said whatever company owns the photo.
Yeah, I know,
Post
like
or
whatever.
something. Yeah.
I like the Daily Mail got it, or like whatever paparazzi guy took the photo or whatever.
If he
like a
just
watermark.
downloaded it from Google Images.
Whatever the pop, yeah, it's like Roy, like whatever, like Shutterstock.
yeah.
But Ben, isn't this juicy?
Oh yeah.
Are you
mad?
Impre-
He mad.
Are you? I want to know if you're impressed by like all the juice that I know.
Yeah, Max.
I did some intense.
You're a real Bobo, is what you are.
I'm Bobo did some research, and Bobo learned about Gelt today. Because Bobo doesn't just talk in the third person
Bumpus
about
learned
himself.
about Gelt.
No, Bobo also calls other people Bobo in the third person. Remember?
Oh,
Bobo is very eccentric.
That's probably confusing a lot of people in his life.
Yeah, Bobo
There's no
is rather eccentric. You know?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any more stories? I mean, oh, that's it!
Oh, yay!
Oh.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Our listeners, they say yay! Or they also say, no, we want to listen forever. We live in the forest. We're field mice and lambs. We're lambs that live in the forest, and deer and Bumpus and Bobo in the forest.
That's right. You know, I gotta apologize to any listeners that may have heard my dog barking this entire episode. I don't know what's going on out there, but
Millhouse.
I can only assume that there's a man in our living room with a sword ready to kill us all based on how much he's.
That's weird.
been barking.
I thought that was just my own imagination of me imagining the animals in the forest. But it turns out that was just your dog.
Yeah, he's being a bit of a Dill. He's being a bit of a Dill house instead of a mill house.
I gotta get my brain checked, man. I gotta get my fucking brain checked. Aw, Millhouse. You're not a woodland creature.
No, he wouldn't make it out there. There's no way.
Anyway.
He's too pampered.
Anyway, I just want to thank everyone for listening, subscribing, and all that shit. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need you to subscribe. All you got to do is click the subscribe button. Just go to prettylittlesportshow.com. It takes you directly to our YouTube channel. It's not a real website. It's just a direct link to our YouTube channel to make things easier for everyone. Follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/pretty_sports, or just go to @pretty_sports. Very easy. Follow us on Twitter. Instagram, Pretty Little Sports Show. Very easy. That's it. That's our social, right, Ben?
That's it. Yep. And we'll be back next week, hopefully.
Email us, prettylittlesportshow@gmail.com. Give us some hot tips. Do you want to talk anything? And rate us on like Apple and stuff. Give us 5 stars. Positive criticism only. We're very fragile egos. I cannot.
Yeah, we really don't want any constructive criticism.
Nothing. No criticism. Constructive, mean, nothing. Positive vibes only. Wisen up, bruh. Let's get it straight. I hope you all heal. I hope you all get some Gelt in your system. No Dill.
Don't be a Dill.
I hope it's all good. I hope you all make some jokes and don't get too plot heavy.
Be careful on those water slides.
Yeah, do not race down water slides. Don't be a lockdy. Don't bully people. Like, be real.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm Max Geyser.
I'm Ben Overzet.
And this has been a Pretty Little Sports Show.
Forget ESPN. Come chill with Max and Ben. Don't be a barstool bro. There's a much better place to go. It's a Pretty Sports Show.